Well, hey y'all, I am making a video tonight for ground beef tacos, but right now I'm going to be helping you make the salsa that goes along with those ground beef tacos because it can be used on eggs. I'm not sure if I've seen it on really much of anything else. Well, quesadillas. You can use them on quesadillas, but it is a very good, it can be very spicy salsa. If you don't like spicy, I will definitely use ways to keep the spice down. We're gonna get going on this salsa. As you can see in here, I have some tomates, which are the green tomatoes that have the leaves around them. And also, these are chile puya, which is a Puya type of pepper. They're not generally sold here in any of your typical grocery stores like Walmart or Target or Food Line is what we have a lot here. Kroger's, Costco, we don't have any of those here. Or it's not sold in any of those around here. Now, the one thing you're going to want, if you do not want this to be spicy, you can see you've got that vein right there stuck with a whole bunch of the seeds. You're going to want to take the veins and the seeds out. That way you get the flavor of the pepper without the heat. Of course, when I do the spicy salsa, it will definitely have the veins and the seeds. I'm not worried about that, but that is what I'm going to do with this. If you're going to do a larger batch, you're going to want to have, a good maybe handful size. But because this is just for my boys and probably only for tonight, I'm only going to probably use about 4 or 5 peppers. Now, these have been in my cabinet for a while as well. So, therefore, they probably are not going to have as strong of a flavor. But like I said, it's for my boys, so it's not a big deal. They aren't going to want as strong of a flavor anyways. Because these are already somewhat dried, it's going to be a little bit, they're going to be a little bit more difficult to see sometimes. But maybe you can see with this right here. Let's see, turning it towards the camera. You want to make sure that that's pretty much flush with the skin of the chile. And these are smaller chiles, so you do have to be careful with them because they can easily break apart like this. These are brittle because they've been in my cabinet for a good while. Typically, it's best if you can have them, if they're more supple. They're going to have a much stronger flavor. You're going to enjoy it more. I'll just put it that way. But I'm using what I've got. All right. I think I'm going to do one more because those were two of them were really brittle. So I'm going to use this one right here because it feels a bit more supple. Oh, now that I'm trying to do anything with it, it feels more brittle. But anyways, it's got a darker color and it feels a teeny bit more supple on the outside. Let me put it that way. And you can see that the seeds and the veins right there, take it and kind of just do just like that. And then you can kind of just rub the inside and usually those seeds will start to come out right away. Because it's almost like the inside, it's sticky enough that the seeds get kind of glued on in the sides. But as soon as you move it, there you go. It's all ready. I'm going to put this in some water, get it to boil, and we'll be right back. Now, of course, because of the fact that I have so few chiles in this water is not going to become colored. But you need to rehydrate these chilies, which is really what I'm doing mostly. That's why they're in there. And of course, I'm needing for these tomates to turn a different color, which I don't know if you can see in the camera. But it's a little bit darker on the top than it is on the bottom. That generally means that the tomates are completely cooked. And you can take this spoon out the water and it is slightly pink colored. Usually I will have enough chiles in the water that it's going to turn a darker pink color because of the chiles that are there. So I'm going to just take these tomates, put them into my blender. Then of course I'm going to take the chiles. If you get a teeny little bit of the water in there, it's not a big deal. Most salsas you want to leave the water in the pot. This one, it's not a big deal. But you don't want much of it because you don't want it to water down the salsa. Then with this, you add a little bit of salt. I don't want to add much salt because it's such a little amount right there. Then we're going to blend it up. And then the last part, I'm going to get, this is because this is going to be a little bit less spicy. I'm taking, this is my Chipotle peppers, which if you've seen my video on Tinga, I've got just the sauce that comes with the Chipotle peppers to keep out the spice for my boys, but to include the flavor. All right. And I'm going to get that blended up. Of course, that was the non-spicy version. It still has like a teeny bit of a tickle on my tongue, but it's definitely not the kicker like the actual good spicy salsa is going to be. And I'm going to do that one right now really quick. It will be pretty much the exact same process, but with all of the ingredients, if you could call it that. We're going to be adding generally the exact same ingredients, but of course you will notice I'm taking off the stems off of the chiles, because once they get done in the water, you don't want to have to be trying to take off the stems because they are not going to blend up. As y'all can see, look at that. That water is turning that reddish color. I will bring it a little bit closer to the camera so you can see it's turning that reddish color. That's what you're looking for whenever you're getting the chiles, to make sure that they're rehydrated. These tomates are definitely, they are cooked. And this is pretty much ready for the blender. As you can see, I have blended up. But now I'm going to be adding the chile chipotle, which is the chipotle peppers. These are just, I have them in a can because I took them out of the can that they were in previously from the store. And I've just put 2 chiles in there, hoping I'm not going to regret this decision in a little bit. And that, my friends, is this salsa. It is done. Like I said, it's going on the tacos that I'm making for tonight, but this can also be used with quesadillas. It can be used with eggs, especially like if you're making the huevo con chile. Absolutely, this is marvelous for any of that. I hope that all of my videos that you have seen and any that I put up in the future that you will see have been helpful and will be helpful and educational. I hope that if you try this salsa, whether you like spicy or don't, absolutely try it in a way that will be the best for your palate. And I hope that you can enjoy it because it is delicious, even if it can be spicy if you want it that way. But definitely enjoy. If you like my videos, feel free to subscribe to my channels, hit the notification button, the little bell button, hit the like video on the videos, even if you aren't subscribed to my channel. It's always a help. So I hope that otherwise, I'll just have a delicious day.